So what is this? This is the Jeskidding show. What is the Jeskidding show? It's where I say things that sometimes I don't really mean. And I go, oh, just kidding. And then other times I say something that maybe makes you think. And you're like, oh, just kidding. That was smart, Jess. I'm glad you said something. Or maybe not. Maybe I just disturbed you deeply. But that's the show. And I'm here today with Cary HIte, actor, creator, narrator of like a billion voice books, cool dude, Jeskid collaborator. What's up, Cary?
What up?
There he goes. Done. We're not going to go into who's Cary and who is his grandfather and did he fight in the war. I think that you'll learn about Cary through some of this. So why are we late today? Everybody's like, why are you late, Jess? You said you started 7. Right? Well, the thing is called the Art of Procrastination. So this is my first step. I procrastinated, basically, is what I'm trying to say on the way to the show, and I fucked up the start of the show. So, okay.
Boom, bam.
Exactly. What was I doing? Maybe I was looking at my phone. Maybe I was dilly-dallying. That's a form of procrastination. Wouldn't you say that, Cary? Is a dilly-dally form of procrastination?
That sounds like masturbation more than procrastination.
Yeah,
but sure, yeah.
Some people
looking
like
at your phone and dilly-dallying sounds like masturbation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if are you more into dilly or dally?
Oh, definitely dally.
You're into dally. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You don't like the dilly. So we're here to talk about procrastination today. Something I am an expert in. Cary, would you consider yourself an expert in procrastination?
I am expert adjacent.
So you're not a subscriber to the procrastinate arts. The art and procrastination.
I have partaken in the procrastination.
You partook. Okay, so we can have a meaningful conversation about this. Okay. Yeah. So let's first start this topic today by saying, what is procrastination? Let's define it. With help from the chat room, we're live broadcast to Twitch, so sometimes we get audience members who volunteer great information that we read on stream, but mainly it's just the stupidity that's coming out of these two voices. So, Cary, let's take it with you first. What is procrastination? Give me a definition.
Procrastination is death.
Death.
Wow.
Whoa, you're going right to the jugular. How do you really feel about it?
For the grand slam.
Well, I think what you're saying is procrastination. That's the result of procrastination. But what is the act of procrastination? What does it mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, they all flow together. And I think that's the thing. Don't separate it. Don't make it like, well, there's this component, that component. No, you procrastinating. What are you doing? You might as well just die then. You might as well
just die. So everybody out there, who's watching this stream to procrastinate what you actually have to do, you might as well just die. That's what he's saying. You might as well just die.
All right, so
he's not saying kill yourself. That's against the terms of service.
And I wouldn't say that. Come on.
He's saying you might as well just die. Right.
What I'm saying, let's peel this onion a bit. So what I'm saying is,
please,
when you have a thought,
not that hole over there, not that kind of thought.
Right? No, not
different
a
kind of thought. Oh, different.
A thought.
A thought.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Let's be linguists here.
Let's use the English language.
Yes. And you're like, oh, I need to do this. This is something that especially when it's a need, not just a want, especially a need. It's a need.
It's a necessity.
And you're like, well, I mean, it's raining, or I can get 5 more minutes. So procrastination tools, the snooze button, get rid of it. Like clocks should no longer have a snooze. What we're doing is we're encouraging a generation of procrastinators with the snooze button.
The snooze button is a procrastination device. So you're saying
you should.
It's stalling your day.
So here's the thing.
Please continue.
New alarm clocks. This is a patent.
Yes.
So if you steal from me, I will find you. I will hunt you down. I'm really good at it.
I've already got this being built in China right now. Tariffs included.
Now, when you set your alarm, no snooze button. Right. You should have to wake up and put in a complex code in order to shut off the most annoying sound that you could hear. It's a sound so annoying that it forces you to wake up to be able to punch in this complex code that by the time you're finished punching it in, you're like, well, shit, I'm already up. I might as well start the day.
What do you think of designing it like a bomb? Like, where you have to
That's aggressive. That's terroristic. I'm not going to say that. Let's be clear. I didn't say that word.
No, but like a movie bomb, where if you took the right red wire to the right one, whatever the fuck it is, and if you fuck it up, that sound plays. But in the meantime,
let's call that a rotten tomato then.
Fair enough. So he's saying that he's defining already a function of procrastination, and that function is avoiding getting up for the day. But I want to actually define it. What is procrastination?
Well, no, that's a component. Yes, that's a component. So what I'm saying, so ultimately, there's something on the docket, that there's something that you need to do. Why then create? Because that's what it is. Procrastination has a lot to do with creation. You create these excuses for yourself.
I'm good at that.
To not then handle your business. So then why do you take the time to create a brand new avenue for yourself as to not walk the path you should be walking, instead of just, just handle your business? It takes more time to create an excuse for yourself.
That's true.
Than it does to actually just do.
The thing.
Once you start doing and you're in it, then you're in it. You're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did this. And I needed to do it. Oh, and it is done. And you feel so good. But you procrastinate, and then you're like, oh shit, I should have done that. And then you sit with the procrastination, and then you feel like shit, and then you do other shit to make you feel better about the shit that you put yourself in. And then you do the other shit to make you feel better just for a little while, but then you wake up and you still feel shitty. So you're just really marinating in the shit when you procrastinate.
I think you've described every day of my week so far this week. But let me grab this topic for a second. And I do want to actually define, obviously you have a standpoint on procrastination. You have a viewpoint on it, which I think is fascinating, which is don't procrastinate, you fucking idiot. Get the shit you need to get done. For me, defining it first, I think procrastination, without looking it up in the dictionary, somebody in the chat room can, if you like, procrastination is the act of delaying something you should or need to do something usually needless and that you don't really need to do. It's a mechanism of avoidance. Would you agree with that?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's avoiding.
Yeah, you got it.
Keep talking. So we've described that, right? I do want to give a quick shout out to the live chat room that we have on Twitch. I'm going to read out some names, and those who are not following on Twitch will be like, what the hell was that? But that's okay. Haxar, M. Dosick, OC Diva, Richard Cream. He's like Boston Cream, but more specific. And Will Miller and several other people that we really like have joined us today to contribute to this conversation. So why I read those names is because I'm procrastinating answering my own question. I was using reading those names as a way to get around this thing.
Mechanism.
OC Diva in the chat room says the procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something. And that's the Merriam-Webster definition, copyright Merriam-Webster. So it's postponing, it's avoiding it, but it's a very negative context word. But in our society, it's also going to be a fun context word. So let's talk about, very quickly, what are the negatives of procrastination? We list them as fast as they come into your brain. And Cary, go now.
Well, I would say emotional, because you're going to feel
repeat that? I missed that. What?
I said eventual emotional distress, because you're going to have negative feelings towards your procrastination. It's inevitable. Not getting the shit that you need to get done, obviously. You probably, you know what? So like when I think about procrastination, right, that dips into so many different realms. So when I see that, I look at a person who's not showered, someone who's, the dishes are just piled up in the sink.
I got dishes in my sink.
Unmade.
I did shower. My bed's not made.
I'm thinking about, like, but I'm just saying how it melts into so many different aspects of your life. I'm
going to feel like a total loser by the end of this podcast. You realize that, right?
Well, you're the one who picked the topic, so
I did, unfortunately.
Good on you. This is just going to be a therapy session.
Fair play. Usually is. Please continue.
All right. Well, that's what we're doing then. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And trust me, I'm not putting like a halo over my head, because there's definite times when I'm just like,
well, we're going to explore that.
That's not going to happen.
So
but
those are the negatives in your eyes, right? So avoidance
Sure.
of life things that you need to do,
life.
severe emotional distress at some point,
Absolutely.
maybe lack of feeling of accomplishment,
Absolutely.
maybe anger of other people at you for not taking care of the shit that you were supposed to do. Meanwhile, you were doing some other dumb shit.
Eventual anger at yourself. Yeah.
Eventual anger at yourself. Okay, so those are the negatives.
Yeah.
Now, and if anybody has anything from the live chat room, please contribute some negatives. So, okay, are there positives? Is
More
working
sleep.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Is
that's why
working
people-
while procrastinating. So, in other words, like if your brain is subconsciously working on problems, like because this happens to me. Like I'll be like, I'm looking at my phone because I can't solve a problem, and then the problem will just solve subconsciously, and then I say, I was actually working while I was procrastinating. I was working. Like they say, there was some famous artist, maybe this is bullshit. They say like, this man and the woman didn't work out because he was always looking out the window. And he's like, she never understood that he was actually working when he was looking out the window. Now, somebody would say that's bullshit, right? Is working while procrastinating bullshit? You take the floor.
Well, I mean, then there just needs to be a better level of communication. Because, I mean, you can stare out the fucking window, but that doesn't mean that your mouth doesn't work. Like, you could still be like, hey, this is a thing. Like, I need to do this in order to get my work done. And then it comes down, once you express that, then it comes down to whether the person can understand that or not, whether they are willing to say, okay, yes, this is how this person moves, works. This is how they, consume. So there has to be some sort of understanding. So that's a communication thing.
But that's more of the relationship issue. But I'm getting back to the core idea of is working while procrastinating, even if it's subconscious bullshit, or is it real?
Working while procrastinating?
In other words, like here, sometimes, this is just me, I can't speak for you, right? Sometimes I have some especially a creative endeavor. Sometimes I need to let all the it's like a pressure cooker. I need to let all the pressure cook into that cooker, right? Until it's the last second and you're 25 minutes late to starting your stream, which I was, and build up all that creative energy so that it can explode out onto the screen, audio waves, iTunes. Please subscribe, like, comment, whatever the fuck people do these days.
Okay. So I'll say this. I'll say, then that's just taking, I don't call that procrastination necessarily. Sometimes you need to give your brain a break.
Right.
Or you need to focus on something different than the task at hand so that you can, in effect, see the matrix. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily call that procrastinating.
So how do you
but you have to be active. It has to be, you have to like do something else. When I think of procrastination, I think of the person who is rooted to their sofa or their bed on their laptop or their phone, watching Netflix, on Crackbook, aka Facebook, Instagram, whatever, on some sort of Snapchat social media thing, or playing video games, whatever it is, or if they just love to talk on the phone, whatever the situation is, that thing that keeps them rooted, that prevents them from doing something active that will then enhance their life or then make their life run more smoothly.
So you've obviously, and I'll talk about myself in a second because I think our viewpoint's a little different, but you've obviously gone through this with yourself. You've gotten to the place where you're like, shit, I'm not getting enough done. I'm bullshitting myself. I need to work harder. Have you been through that phase in your life and now have turned the engine on?
So
more like, choo-choo, got to get on the
proactive train.
Not the
but not like the face thing.
The proactive train. Yeah, I was thinking some other like prolapse or something. I couldn't think of any other word with pro.
No, that's an anus or rectum. whatever.
That's not a good. That's not.
No. You don't want. You
Totally
don't want,
not. That's not proactive or procrastination. That's just gross.
No, that's a whole nother situation.
Sad for them.
Shitty one. So what I'm gonna say is yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come from a sports background. So
do tell us about your sports background.
Ran some track, played some football.
I like the guy who gets right to the point. Right to the point.
I've had coaches who were tough. I mean, but people say tough, but they were honest. They was like, listen, nothing is going to be handed to you. You may be talented. You may be this, you may be that, but you got to show. Like you have to show every single time. You have to continue to show up. And it was because of that I, in track, eventually became a captain.
Wow.
Because I did less talking
and more
just showing.
Running.
But I'll tell you this, it was because I thought I was hot shit and super fast. And then all of my friends who was like, yeah, we're just going to join the track team, whatever. And they all dusted my ass. I mean, dusted me good. And I thought I was fast. I was like, whoa. It was a wake-up call. And it did something absolutely to my ego and pride. And so then I said, well, there's two things. Mm-hmm. This can make you quit. Right. Or this can make you dig in. And I was committed to doing this thing. So I chose to dig in. And from that point forward, I talked no shit. I didn't say a word. I showed up to practice and I worked. That's all I did. I showed up and I worked.
So and I knew that I had to do less procrastination. You did less sort of like, I did. I'm not going to put this off. I'm just going to do it.
No. I did no procrastination.
No procrastination. Zero.
None.
Zero.
Zero. Wow. When the alarm went off and it was time for me to get up and hit a workout, that's exactly what I did. Okay. But I'll tell you this though. Please. That initially it was ego and pride driven. Right. Which isn't sustainable. I'll say that it isn't sustainable, really. Mm-hmm. It can be for some, maybe, but it isn't sustainable. It has to be a thing that, just like this thing called diet. Diets, for the most part, are not sustainable. It has to be a lifestyle choice. It's like, I choose to do this because this is part of my lifestyle, and I don't even have to think about it. I just do it. I'm not counting points. I'm not doing this is I choose to live this way, choice. And this is what I'm doing. It's a choice. So you're choosing
to not procrastinate, right? You're choosing not to delay.
It is a choice. It's an absolute choice. It's a choice to procrastinate. It's a choice not to procrastinate.
Well, we have people in the chat room now who are procrastinating we have my friend Andy, who's procrastinating by being here listening to my dumb shit, and you're mostly much more intelligent stuff than mine. So, and we have other people.
But what is he procrastinating on?
I don't know. We'd have to ask him, but he's probably got some big coding work to do, and he's not doing it, and he's here. But sometimes, I'm going to pose this to you, and I'm a procrastinator, right? I'm a guy that waits too long on all kinds of shit. Stupid shit, right? But then other stuff, I'm like a real go-getter. Like I'm like a mixed animal. I'm like a pro-combinator. I don't know where I'm going with that. But my point is that like some things, I'll let a fucking thing that I got to pay go for like 3 months. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then there's things that like my career, like that are absolute. Like that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this and this. And there's things that I put off. And then there are things that I put off. I want to kind of talk about for myself for a second, the reasons for procrastination, right? Okay. Part of, I think, is like one of the reasons I would procrastinate something is because it's difficult, right? It scares me. There's fear.
Fear. Yes.
Fear. 100% fear.
Yeah. Yep.
Another reason is there's some other thing tied to this that makes me think there's going to be, there's like short-term fear and there's long-term fear. There's like, somehow if I pay this bill now, right, that somehow long-term financially it's going to fuck me up. So I'll just wait, even though that bill's not going to change. It's not going to go anywhere. even though that credit card statement is due on the 7th of January, which it actually is, I gotta stop procrastinating. I gotta pay that shit. But it's due on it's February 7th. Forgive me. Thank God. I almost
even
panicked.
though not paying the bill can still fuck you up even
it comes
more.
Back. It comes back, right? Because then I wait till February 6th, and then I'm like, oh God, I gotta do it, and then I do it. I need that pressure to get me out of that, because there's something about paying that bill, and it's just an example, that makes me want to wait, right? And so I just want to. So there's fear, right? Then there's the I don't wannas. I think the I don't wannas is a real thing, right? Yeah. I don't wanna. Like, I gotta do the dishes. I don't wanna. You know, and that's a lot of procrastination, the I don't wannas. You know? But we have somebody in the chat room brought up a great suggestion. Broken Pigeon said, I get that going to the doctor thing. Cancer runs hella through my family, and I haven't been to a doctor in like 5 years. Facepalm. So that's a direct fear-driven procrastination.
That is fear, for sure.
I'm fucking scared. I'm scared. And I don't want to go to the doctor because doctors may tell me something that will actually help me.
Right.
Because I'm afraid if they tell it to me, it'll become real. Even though it's not real.
Well, you can procrastinate and seal your own fate.
Right.
Especially when it comes to something like that. Because the doctor could also say, oh, damn, we could have caught this earlier.
Exactly.
And if we could have caught this earlier, you would have been in the clear.
So
now you're stage 4.
And sometimes you need somebody to help you get over procrastination. You need help. It's true. So right now, for the service of this chat room, right, I'm going to say, Broken Pigeon, I'm going to address this to the camera, who's in my chat room, stop fucking around and go to the doctor. Hear me? Right. Stop fucking around. You're hearing it from me, so you don't have to procrastinate anymore. Go to the doctor. It will be nothing. You'll be fine. But get out of the way, because you have peace of mind after that. You won't have to have in the back of your head.
It'll be the biggest, deepest,
it'll be a relief.
Cleansing breath.
It'll be a relief.
Right after you hear it. Absolutely.
Right. So sometimes.
And let's play devil's advocate here. If you hear something.
I hate that guy. He's
I know.
He's a total dick. But go ahead.
But if you hear something different.
Right.
You got to think that at this point, it'll be so early on.
Right.
You can knock that shit out.
So another fear that he's just brought up with this doctor thing is fear of the unknown, right? And by the way, Young Musty, which sounds like he should be, it sounds like a porn actor in a porno filled with horses. Young Musty.
That only does porn in locker rooms. Yeah,
maybe that's actually true. It sounds or something that it's a new cologne to rival Axe body spray. Young Musty, right? Says, bro, I'm about to finish my degree, and I can relate to this so much. And I can understand that because you're in that period of fear, right? You feel like this is like what senioritis is. If I finish the thing, this is a fear of finishing, right? So there's like a lot of fears that go into procrastination. So this is a fear of finishing. So fear of finishing means that you have to face the results of once you finish. So it's really fear of the unknown tied into fear of finishing. Then there's fear of success.
That's why
and
people
fear of failure.
edge.
Right. What is what? What's
I said that's why people edge.
What's edging?
You can Google it. This is a Googleable thing.
I think I'm going to not Google.
Trademark. Googleable.
Yeah, not going to Google. I think I'm good. I'm going to pass on the Google on that. I'm going to procrastinate that.
For those who want to know, check out edging, and you'll know.
I think the chat room should not check out edging. Anyway.
I think they should.
Procrastinate that. That's going to be a new thing. When new thing, you're going to be like, hey, dude.
Procrastinate that.
Yeah, let's go do the thing. But like, procrastinate that. Hashtag.
Guess what? They're going to look at it anyway because now it's in their head.
Probably. Some may be afraid. Some may be
curiosity.
Not safe for work. A lot of not safe for works coming from our chat room today. So, okay. So we've discovered those are the negatives. What are they based on? Well, they're really based on fear. They're based on fear of the unknowns. There's a little bit of the I don't wannas. You know what I mean? There's a little. Then there's the something better has popped up. Right?
Okay.
That happens a lot too. So we've got 3 definitions now. We've got the fear of the unknowns. Right? The I don't wannas. And number 3 is some better fucking offer came along. So the dishes are there, but my friend's like, yo, come on out here and go see the Spider-Verse or some movie or Resident Evil is coming out or something that's kind of just better than what you're doing. It's better. And you kind of got to do it because it could be limited time offer. It could be really cool. So I think the better thing came along. So Sometimes you got to take the better thing. No, am I wrong? Should you not sometimes choose the better thing and procrastinate the thing you need to do, sort of? If that thing has a timeline that can be spread out a little bit? Tell me.
See, I don't know if that's...
Oh, I lost you. What'd you say? You said, I don't know if that's... Cary, I can't hear you all of a sudden. I have lost Cary, ladies and gentlemen. Cary is no longer on the mic, and that's okay. Sound like some furniture was being moved, this and that. So I'll answer the question for Cary until Cary comes back somehow magically. He may be procrastinating his answer.
Procrastinating, taking with his answer. That's
there you go. Okay, good. So we're in sync. We're like, I'm Justin and you're Joey Fatone.
I already knew you were saying some shit.
Yeah. Was he in sync? I think he was. I don't know. Backstreet Boys? Who the fuck knows?
Joey Fat One? I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe.
Is that how you say it? I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, see, that's a real slippery slope right there.
Well, slip on through, slope it.
Because I don't know if you could.
What if a better thing comes along, bro?
Well, you can't bet on that.
Yeah, but what if it happens? I'm saying not bet on it. So that's different. That's hoping a better thing's going to come along and procrastinating because of it. That's like maybe a fourth category. Hoping for something better. But I'm talking about something that actually comes along. Or all right, for instance, I got up today, right? I did a couple things I needed to do, right? And then I just started surfing my phone because there was some cool news or some video I saw, and it's better than what I'm doing right now. That's a category, right? I'm not making this up.
No, I know you're not making it up, but I mean, how do you know? See,
how do you know it's better? Who cares? You don't have to do the thing that you wanted to do, and I think that's got value. No, I don't actually think it has any value. I'm actually on your side, but I'm playing devil's advocate because we've both done that.
Oh, I thought you hated devil's advocate.
Yeah. We both get to play it.
You hate it till you love it. All right.
Yeah, well, I know. Listen, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. You don't get to be the only fucking devil on Halloween.
Devil?
I'm wearing the low cut shirt, the fucking horns. I'm sexy
all right,
devil.
Well,
let me ask you something.
Devils may cry. I get you.
Off topic. Why the fuck? This is totally tangent. Why the fuck is there a sexy devil outfit? Like. When I think of hell,
I speak Tanganese.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, you do speak Tanganese. We've done this video together. But if somebody's like a sexy devil, wouldn't I want to go to hell to hang out with that sexy devil? Like, I don't understand. Like, the devil's supposed to be something that I don't want anything to do with. Well, like, all of a sudden, I got boobs in my face. She's got a pitchfork. I may like that. I don't know. Like, why is that a bad thing?
Well, no, it's a good bad thing.
Yeah, good bad.
It's a bad good thing. It's both.
So great. I agree with that. So, but let's go back. Let's apply that to procrastination. Can't procrastination be a good bad thing? No.
Well, okay. I'll tell you what. Yes, it can be.
Do tell.
And not
Cary HIte.
Not to get too dark, but this is why there's a thing called survivor's remorse. Without naming all the disasters that have happened, there are people out there who were like, oh man, if I were consistently on time or early for work,
right,
that would have been me.
Right.
If I just didn't miss that because I did something else, I had to put some makeup on, or I had to use the John, or I had to catch that last highlight on SportsCenter. Wow, that would have been me. So yes, there is validity. There are people who have their lives right now to this day
saved
because they procrastinated.
Saved. So,
saved.
Ladies and gentlemen,
has saved their lives.
Those who are listening to the stream or watching it, depending where you're watching or listening to it, I want you to know the next time you do some bullshit that you know you shouldn't be doing while you're supposed to be doing something, it could save your life.
It could.
It could. Theoretically. I wouldn't really use that excuse too much.
Theoretically. Yeah.
Because it's going to cause you emotional distress in the long term. We've already covered that topic. You may just live if you don't do that thing. Except for Broken Pigeon. He has to go to the doctor immediately. We've already established that.
Right.
And other people are harassing him in the chat room about going to the doctor. I'd like to welcome Ethan, number 4, who's only second to Mambo, number 5, to the chat room. Welcome, Ethan, to the chat room. And Zuzo and JJ. And JJ says there needs to be a sexy costume for everything. I kind of agree with this. You know why?
There is a sexy costume for everything.
Yeah, you know why?
There's sexy zombies. Have you seen this shit? There's sexy zombies now.
Is like a boob missing? Or is it bitten off? It's not.
Does it matter? It's a zombie.
Yeah.
Does it matter, though?
The milk is spoiled.
Okay, listen. If you were in a situation, you were on a deserted island, and it was just you and this sexy zombie, would it matter?
Well, I can speak to if I was on a deserted island, right? There wouldn't be any zombies because it's deserted. Your logic is flawed.
Well, no, not really. Not if the last zombie standing ate everybody else. But what I'm saying is,
can we define eat?
Well, all I was saying is that would be a prime time to employ the brown paper bag method. I mean, because you just don't want them jaws on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. That's like not a double bagger. That's like a missing head. So there's no reason to put a bag on in the first place.
I'm saying.
All right, let's back to procrastination. Okay, so we've covered some stuff, right? How about this?
Sexy zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, somebody in the chat room was talking about the only unsexy Halloween costume is sexy Donald Trump. I kind of agree with this. Let's get back to the topic at hand. What is procrastination?
That was an oxymoron.
What do you do to procrastinate, etc., right? I think that there are actual careers. I could be pursuing one right now for people who procrastinate. It's like finding a fucking love of something through procrastination. Like, I think procrastination can be a discovery process. What do you think? It's good. This is a good one. This is a challenging question for you because you're very obviously anti-procrastination. You put the con in
I wouldn't call that
procrastination
though. See, because if you're pausing on something, if you're pausing on something to consider something else, that means you have to put the work in to consider that other thing. So I wouldn't call it procrastination. I would call it doing your due diligence to make sure that you're making the best decision possible.
That actually makes sense.
Procrastination to me is doing nothing or just doing.
But I procrastinate by doing dumb shit. But I also procrastinate by researching things constantly. I'm constantly looking outside of myself. So part of my procrastination is dreaming big. But part of my
I don't call that procrastination though.
Oh, I like your style, bro. Let's be friends.
Well, yeah. Too late. We already are.
Fuck. Okay, so we're here to talk about procrastination. So let's talk about specifically for us and for the chat room.
Yeah.
What do you actually do to procrastinate? And I'm not asking your sexual habits. I don't want to know anything about that.
We already discussed it.
We've come all over that topic.
Brown bagged sexy zombies.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, moving on.
This is as long as she can't get the choppers on. Anyway,
okay.
What I'm saying is this.
Please.
What do I do to procrastinate? Well, this is what I'm talking about. So there are times, because I know myself, that I set at no less than 10 alarms. And depending on how important the thing is, sometimes I set it at 1 minute intervals. Sometimes I set it at 5 minute intervals. I'm like, oh, how many times can I set this alarm before it really gets annoying? And I'm like, fuck it, I got to get up.
And does it get worse? Have you like had periods of time where it's like 3 don't work, so you have to go to 5? Then the 7 alarms.
I said no less than 10.
10
This
alarms.
is what I'm telling.
Holy
Absolutely.
shit. Holy shit. Listen, I can't relate because I haven't had a reason to wake up in years. That's depressing. Please continue.
Wow. I'm just saying. So, yeah. And do I hit 10 all the time? No. I mean, recently,
you feel like you're improving.
The worst I was like 3 or 4.
You're setting records.
Which I thought was pretty good.
Right.
Sometimes I wake up before the alarms, period. And that happens a lot.
And is that a joyous moment for you? Is that like wow, I did it? Yay!
Well, not really, because sleep isn't the best. Because I'll have that thing on my mind, and I don't want to sleep through the alarm, which has happened before. So, yeah, so I'll sometimes, a lot of times, I'll beat the alarms. But
what else?
I'm like in it.
What else do you do to procrastinate, please?
There's
gonna be a moment of discovery. I'm gonna learn something about you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have to think of a time, really.
Is it a timing thing? Are you late for things?
You know what? Okay, so here's the thing.
Tell me. Preach. Am I a good hype man, by the way?
Avoidance.
I'm trying to be a good hype man. Okay, good. Sorry.
Avoidance.
Your avoidance.
So when you know, you have to have a discussion with someone, no matter what
you're afraid of.
No matter what the discussion is, whether you got to talk to a work colleague, you got to talk to in any level, any sort of a relationship,
right?
In which you feel like, ooh, so if I touch on this topic, it's going to be really sensitive. I don't know how this person is going to consume what I have to tell them, but I need to tell them in this very particular way to let them know how crucial and serious this is, and to leave no stone unturned and to be as clear as possible. They're probably not going to like it. So
you'll put that conversation off.
Oh,
endlessly?
Yeah.
You'll avoid it.
Yeah, that's absolutely happened. And for one, it's trying to consider the other person and how to best communicate with them. But then another time, but then at the same time, when you're trying to consider that, and then you let time go, like, oh, we were supposed to talk today. Oh, that didn't happen. And then another day goes by, and then another day goes by, and you're trying to come up with this conversation in your head that sounds the very best to be your most considerate, but then you're being inconsiderate by letting days upon days, weeks, however long go by not addressing the thing you have to address. So yeah, definitely have procrastinated in that realm. And it sucks. It sucks for everyone involved. It sucks for you because you don't necessarily want to have it, or you do want to have it, but you're trying to make an omelet without breaking any eggs, and you gotta break eggs to make an omelet. So you just have to crack them open. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please, when you're done, I've been procrastinating, giving my own answer because
no, shoot.
I have a fear of sounding like an idiot, which is not really a fear, but more of a reality on a daily basis. So what do I do to procrastinate? A million things. I got a million different phone, right? So for me, and I think most America in the world right now, is the phone. We all use this device for endless entertainment that will take our brains in endless ways and trick us into feeling like we're achieving somehow, because we're educating ourselves with, people falling downstairs and what just happened in CNN or some YouTube video. I think my friend Andy said YouTube news sites and blogs. Right? It's just endless because you feel stimulation from what you're watching.
The newest person we're shaming.
Right, yeah. Who are we shaming today? Oh, who said a thing that was terrible, right? Or who wasn't considerate enough? And that's sort of a fine line. We have another conversation on political correctness, which I think is fascinating, and comedy and where do we stand and all this shit. But I get lost in these things because I'm avoiding. And we've talked about the 3 or 4 things of procrastination. I'm avoiding things that scare me. But that's my personality, right? My personality's one is I like to feel so much pressure from something that I kick the shit out of it. That's me. And then I do such an exceptional job because I'm overcompensating for all the suckageness that led up to me not tackling it. Whereas most people do it slowly but surely, but they don't do it as strongly as me because I'm so angry at myself for being such a procrastinator that it's really big. And that's why I do huge projects every 3 to 4 years, because I've let so much build up of avoiding doing a huge project. And it's unhealthy. I completely understand that it's not good. I procrastinate little stupid shit around my house. I'll have a little project, or I'll have like a thing that's filled with a bunch of crap that I could easily sort and have a much nicer looking thing to do. And when I do it, I feel better. I just won't do it. I'll pretend like it's not there until it becomes invisible to me. So, but then there's other things I do every day that's like the counter to that, right? By the way, somebody in the chat room just came in and said, "Hello, Jeskid. Are you Jewish?" Right? Follow my nose. It always knows. I don't know how to respond to that question. Am I Jewish? In my neighborhood, which has some Jewish people in it, around Christmas or Hanukkah, I think that's how it's said, right?
Like, does this person want to send you a hamantash? Like, what's happening?
Maybe they want to light a candle for me or something, right? My neighborhood, they constantly approach me, and they say, Hey, man, are you Jewish? The Orthodox people.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do an accent. It's just
They
how
got
it
the
sounds
curly
right.
cues. I know.
It is what it is. And they're trying to sell me dreidels. I'm not joking.
Right.
So
No,
I
know.
constantly
I've seen
constantly answer that question. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, I don't believe that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So
Guess what? They never ask me.
No, they don't, because you're a 6'3" black guy, right? Is that correct?
I'm
6'3",
just saying, though.
6'4", right?
Sammy
But you could
Davis
be
was Jewish.
totally Jew. You could be a Jew. You could
Yeah.
listen. When I think of you, I
Sammy
think
Davis
of,
Jr. was Jewish.
he was. You're one of the chosen people in my heart. Telling
No
you,
doubt.
right? So
I'm
you're just.
here.
I've
Everybody
procra-
that's here is chosen.
I've procrastinated giving you Hanukkah presents for every year that I've known you. So
Damn right.
yeah, because you don't deserve them because you're not Jewish. But am I Jewish? I don't know.
But I'm a hell of a mensch.
You're a mensch. You're a menschie. You know,
Damn right I am.
You know, when you were on playing on the football team, you never sat on the bench. You were always
No, I
playing.
did not.
You were always playing, helping others.
Damn
This is a
right.
joke. Forgive me. So am I Jewish? I don't call myself a hook-nosed Jew. How dare you, OC Diva? I call myself I'm just a hook-nose. Sometimes a Jew. I don't know what I am. I'm a guy. I'm a celebratory of the world.
He's a Jew.
Yeah, I'm Upper West Side-y. I'm a white guy, obviously.
Very
but
ish.
But I'm urban.
Heavy on the ish.
I'm very urban because I grew up with all kinds of people: Puerto Rican people, Asian people, Japanese karate. From a very, I went to Jewish summer camp because my friend was Jewish and I want to go to camp, and then I went to Sunday school with my friend because I want to go to Sunday school with my friend. I'm a person of the world.
He's eating Brazilian food, y'all.
But if a Jewish person asks me, "Are you Jewish?" and I think it'll benefit me, I'll be like, "Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu," which
I
is
think
like
he's even had a falafel.
A little bit. I've experienced a little of everything. Yeah, I'm everything. I respect all cultures, so I've got a little of everything. You know what I'm saying? I got a little love for my peeps of all kinds. Some people are like, I'm the blackest white guy that they know, and then they use a racial slur with the W before it, and I'm like, what? Don't put me in that tribe. I'm good. I've heard that before. So anyway, back to what were we talking about? We're procrastinating subject, bro. We're off fucking topic again. How dare we? Okay, so
Was it procrastination or was it tangenation?
I did a little tangenation. I think we did a little tangenese. We speak a little tangenine.
A little tangenine.
Yeah. Somebody here has a tangina.
Oh, you and I on some tangeni.
Tangeni. All right. So, okay, we've got a couple more
I
things to
drank
talk.
that in college.
Right. Ew. Right.
Fifth of tangeni.
Dude, yikes. Okay. So we've covered what we do to procrastinate, right? What sort of causes it? Fear, fear of missing out.
FOMO.
Fear of uncertainty, something better, all these things. And how we need to get over. We need to get over this,
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
I can't say any Jewish prayers for anybody. Somebody in the chat room was asking me. If I say a Jewish prayer for your friends, the sexy devil's going to come out and protest.
Is someone looking to have a breast? What's up with all these Jewish
I don't really
questions?
know.
Is someone trying to reach manhood or woman?
I'm not trying to cut no penises. I'm telling you right now, I got bad
what are you
aim.
doing?
I would procrastinate that till the end of time. Because
You still got that skin? Let it go.
You'd lose a
I
nut.
think it's time
Trust
to
me.
let it go.
Let it go. All right. So back to this. my
That'll
God.
be a smegma TKO.
Oh my God. Anyway,
That's
so okay, let's talk about who do you think, and we're just gonna guess who are some of the best procrastinators in history. If you had to just guess, like who has accomplished great things by use of the word procrastination or use of the skill set known as, I think I'm gonna say procrastination is a skill. I think it's for me, it's a highly tuned skill.
I have one.
Yeah, please.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi.
You know
procrastinator. Please tell.
He
Do tell.
procrastinated eating. He was like, listen.
Yeah, he did. I'm not doing that. No, I think it's a choice, though.
I'm just not going to do it. I'm procrastinating. You going to eat? They would come up to him. They were like, Mahatma, you going to eat today? I'm procrastinating.
Oh, my God.
That's what he did. Straight up.
Oh, my God.
It's factual. So, he's one of the greatest procrastinators of all time.
Some people might say that there are certain political figures who are procrastinating running the country.
Oh.
Not trying to get into politics. I'm saying I didn't say U.S. I just said in general.
Right.
They're procrastinating doing their job, but yet they're president. All right, moving on from that.
Wow.
So, no, I'm just joking. And I'm talking about, obviously, Barack Obama. I'm just joking in that, too, because I'm just joking in that, too.
Post offices who have
I'm talking about Donald Trump, Barack Obama,
heavy.
Hillary Clinton, everybody, so I don't offend anybody. I'm sorry. What are you saying? What?
I said I've been to plenty of post offices that have procrastinated plenty.
Yes. So, okay. So I think procrastination is funny. I think people get funny when they're trying not to do some shit. I had a friend who will go
do you
nameless
mean?
as any friend. I don't really have any friends, so they're all nameless.
Right.
But we had a historical thing, and
They
I
won't be
once,
named.
and I hope this is okay to say out loud, I once put on a board for him, said, with a list of things, and I said, shit I refuse to do until it bites me in the ass, which was a pleasant reminder to take care of what you needed to do. But I put this on his board, knowing that I needed to put a bunch of shit on that board too, waiting till it bit me in the ass as well. And plenty of things have bit me in the ass. And we're not talking procrastination. I'm just mean people.
Right.
Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Saying. Anyway. All right. So let's give... I'm going to sort of coming to a close on this thing very soon. We're going to close this up. I leave this open to the chat room. Tell me how you procrastinate, and I will read it out loud on this stream that will go out to however many people it finds somehow on the internet. Who the fuck knows how that shit works?
Some sort of non-procrastinator.
Yeah, some asshole who wants to waste time on me. Okay. Cary, I'll let you start it off while we wait for their answers. Give me another procrastination tool that you do.
Well, you assume I have all these procrastination tools. That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
You don't really have any that you're just kind of not a procrastinator.
I go anti.
Right. Well,
I mean,
I procrastinated getting this stream live. I procrastinated taking a shower before the stream, which I did. By the way, I do not stink. I procrastinated
Good for you.
making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I did. Mission accomplished. Check, 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 check. Tell me, like, tools of procrastination.
Anti-Mahatma. Okay.
I'm going to tell you some weird shit about me. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Please.
Seatbelts on?
I mean,
I
you
am
told me
such
some
a-
weird shit before, bro. So I'm ready.
Maybe it's not as weird as that one.
Okay.
One of the ways I procrastinate is by getting myself tools that I think will help me to stop procrastinating. Like
You do have a ton of tools.
I do. But I'm talking about I'll do checklists. I ignore those. I'll do Google alerts. I find a way to ignore those. I'll
get ready to not be to be ready.
I procrastinate by getting ready to get ready. I have spent so much time in fucking Staples
Getting ready to get ready.
buying fucking things to remind me of shit that I'm not going to do, hoping that something will break the spell. And every once in a while it works. It works for a few days.
Right.
I'm like, I've got a new system. Look, I'll show you one. Look, hold on. I'm not joking.
And what's
This is not
best
joking.
is you probably get like
Here's
some of the top line.
I'm going to
shit,
show on
like
camera.
some of the
Here's a bunch
good-looking-
of fucking
Some of like
Post-its.
the good looking shit.
Right? Like next to my desk,
Because
right?
you're not gonna go cheap.
Right?
Not
There's
on
like
yourself.
a 50 different color Post-its, right?
Right.
And they've all got little fucking lists on them, right? I'm
love
showing it
it.
to the camera now.
Yeah.
And then I'll get to all these things, and then I'll make one page on each one, and I'll stop looking at it after I do the first list.
I love
Okay,
it.
so we got that. Yeah, we got my phone, right? I got Notepad in here. This some kind of app in here, right? I'm not gonna show you my phone and everything, but I've got checklists in here. That shit don't work. I try Google Alerts. I try Calendar. I try having my mom call me. I try everything, and then in the end, I just go back to 42 different ways, and hopefully one of them sort of sticks. And somehow I get a shitload done. I have no idea, but I'm stressed all the fucking time about the shit that I haven't done. All the time.
Right.
That's why I get so much shit done, because it's like a fucking maddening computer hating itself for not getting things done. And they all get done. So Broken Pigeon chat room says it makes you feel accomplished by writing it down, but it doesn't matter after you write it down. Well, it does. It's true. I got to
Right.
admit to what he just said. There is
Yes.
something about being
It's
cool.
exactly- he is
I
exactly
have
right.
accomplished. So there's part of procrastination. We may have discovered a fifth category. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. A fifth category. Okay, a fifth category. That was fun. The fifth category is procrastinating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like using tools to convince yourself that you're not procrastinating, but you're actually still procrastinating.
So we call that active procrastination because you're still being active,
Right.
but you're being active to try to not procrastinate. So that's why you make a list. Like,
It works.
if I make a
It
list,
works.
then I'll definitely get to it, and then you never get to it.
There was a homeless guy.
That's active procrastination, bro.
Fair enough. There was a homeless guy, right? I like a lot of stories that start with this. That used to come to the train when I was a kid, and they used to come ask for money. It was constant.
Now when they whip their dick out.
No, we're not talking about that guy. That's every other guy. But the guy I'm talking about used to make me laugh. He used to come through and he used to say, like, he's like, Africa, United States, Australia, what's my favorite nation? And he'd say, donation.
Ah.
I love this guy. It's fucking amazing. So I'm going to say, Africa, United States, Canada, what's my favorite nation? Procrastination. Maybe my favorite nation. But I know I definitely need to get away from procrastinating as much as I do. I feel, and here's another benefit of procrastination if you didn't know. I'm going to give it to you guys. For those that feel bad about doing it right now, watching this thing, when you procrastinate and you actually do something after you procrastinate, man, do you feel good about yourself. You may not have felt that good just doing it. But the fact that you hated yourself for so long and then relieve that pain by getting it done, dude, it's like a fucking gift from God. Don't you feel that?
Or you cannot cause yourself that pain to begin with and just fucking do it the first time.
No, but the pain and the relief from pain. We talked about this on the happiness episode. That's a way. No, but that's a way to generate happiness. Is to have pain first, self-generated, and solve it.
I know it gets dark outside, and I know I need light sometimes. I don't need to be in a world of darkness to know that there's light.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Like, I get it.
That's true.
I don't need that. I don't need it.
Okay, I'm going to give you something I'm currently procrastinating over, and you're going to help me solve this right here live on the stream. Are you ready?
Right now on the stream. Right now,
on the stream.
Ready.
For everybody on the stream. I have been procrastinating putting these episodes and figuring out how to get them onto iTunes. I'm procrastinating. I don't know why. It's different. I've got the audio. I've already got the service. And it doesn't have enough megabytes. So I need to upgrade it.
Success.
Right? There's little things that I need to do, and I'm letting them stop me from getting this onto iTunes. Of which this would be huge. Huge. On iTunes.
That's why you're scared.
So maybe I'm scared.
You know it's going to be big.
I'm scared of success. I'm scared of. Is that why?
That's what I'm saying. It's a fear of success.
Why have I not published these?
That is a viable fear. Like people, especially when people know that they have a skill set, and they have like a set of skills that not many other people have, and they do a particular thing really well. All they need is an opportunity to have more eyes on it. But then, there's a thing. It goes back to who you are as a person. Right. Like you have insecurities.
Yeah.
What you fear. You may be an introvert. Like these are, so anxieties build, social anxieties.
Right.
Like, oh God, maybe
they will like me.
And then the spotlight is on you and you'd have to come out of the shadows. You exist in the shadows because that's where your comfort zone is, even though you may be uncomfortable there because you want more.
But explain this to me. Hold on a second. I'm going to back this up. I'm a guy that broadcasts on Twitch all the time.
Like back that ass up?
This is broadcast live right now. This will then be put onto YouTube. I'll put things about it on Facebook. What is stopping me from going through with iTunes? And I know you can't answer that because you're not my dad, mom, therapist. But
I'm your Yoda.
Fair enough. Like one of the things I was doing is I was editing these down like considerably. I was spending a lot of time editing them. And Cary, my friend's like, just what the fuck are you doing? It's a podcast, asshole. Just put it online. So I'm finding these weird excuses over a weird thing that's not so different than what I'm already doing. And that's me procrastinating it because I'm afraid of where it might go. It's almost like I put my pinky in the water, or my toe pinky.
Put your taint.
My
What?
tinky.
I put my taint in the water.
I put my left foot in and then my right nut in. I did the hokey pokey and I put my balls something. Yeah. I don't know. So basically, I put my toe in, right? And then I got my whole fucking body in. Here's another instance, right? Here's a fear, right? I was away in the summer. I was in Maine. And I sound like such a white guy when I say that. I was in Maine for the summer. And I was by a lake.
I was in Vermont. They knew I didn't live there.
They kind of did. But we hooked up there. Not literally. But we hung out in Vermont. It was really fun. So back to here's a fear of the unknown. I have trouble. I'm not joking. I'm a karate fighter. I've been kicking people in the head for years. I've got a crooked finger. I've experienced a lot of crazy shit. I've seen dead bodies.
Crooked eyebrow.
I'm trying to prove my street cred to the camera here. But when I get into water, even if it's pretty warm, it will take me 45 minutes to get into that water. I procrastinate getting into that water. I could just jump in, splash, all over the place, splash. You know?
That sounds like the Glass movie.
But I won't get in the water.
You're
Like,
the
and I'll
Bruce Willis
literally,
character.
I have to do it like 1 inch at a
Water
time.
is your kryptonite.
It kind of is. But then I'm in it, and I'm happy as shit. But I am like a cat scratching to get out of the fucking water, and everybody laughs at me, and it's like a big show, and I'm a diva about it because I will not get in this water.
Wow.
I need like
funny.
a heated fucking swimsuit to get in that water because I'm scared of my nuts shrinking. I don't know what I'm scared of. I'm scared of something.
And they make fun of black folks for not swimming.
No,
And
yes.
look
No,
at
no,
you.
no. I told you I'm
You
the
are a
blackest. I'm the
disgrace.
blackest guy, blackest white guy you
are
know.
such a
But you know this
disgrace.
about me. You know this
Yeah.
about me. I'm a sissy.
Yeah.
I'm a sissy. I have sissosity.
Sisyphean.
Yeah. If you look up my heritage, it doesn't say Jewish. It says sissy. That's about it. I may be from Sicily.
Sisyphean. Yeah.
From Sisyphus.
Sisyphus.
I'm Sisyphus. I'm Sisyphus.
among us.
I'm confused. Listen, I'm Confused. That's my name. Forget Confucius. I'm Confused. So I'm scared of water. I can't help it. I'm not scared of the water, but I'm scared of being cold in the water. And I don't like the sensation.
Wait,
Hot bath, I can get
Wait,
right.
wait.
I'm not scared of water.
So wait, you're not scared of drowning.
No.
You just scared of the damn temperature?
Yeah, basically.
Like,
I'm scared
we're not
of
like talking
all the
like,
cold.
oh, I'm scared of drowning. I may lose. I'm scared to get cold a little bit, get some goosebumps. That's what
I
we're
don't like
scared
that.
of.
No, it's frightening. And there's something
Damn
about it.
Now
I
you just told me
procrastinate
the
getting
full
in the water.
story. Now I'm laughing at your ass too.
Thank
Scared
you.
to get water because of the damn temperature.
I'm a sissy.
What's wrong with you?
Yes, I don't have syphilis, Andy from the chat room. No,
People
that's
are afraid
different.
to drown.
No, I'm not afraid of
People have drowned in tubs.
that. No, that's their problem.
The water is dangerous.
But what if it's cold?
I mean, if it's cold, that's beautiful to drink.
Yeah, that's true. I can do that. So, but I procrastinate that because fear of feeling a sensation all at once that I don't like. So I procrastinate that.
I don't get in the water. I procrastinate on that because I did almost drown one time. But
I
then
did
another
twice.
But then like in the ocean, I'm like, here's the thing, right? So I'm a native New York. I'm a native New York, and I've been riding the MTA subway for a long time. And I have never, ever in my entire life seen a shark on a train.
Never.
You know why? Because the sharks don't enter into my territory. Now, I get into the ocean. I get into their territory. And then they decide to bite my ass off. I deserve it.
You deserve it. So that's the reason.
Because I'm in their crib.
The shark.
I'm all up in their space.
Does that count for swimming pools? Sharks?
Well, the swimming pool is different. I'm talking about the ocean.
I almost drowned in the swimming pool.
Oh, I'm almost drowned in the swimming pool too.
Oh, fair enough.
Nah,
we got a lot in common.
Yeah, we do.
I think we do. I had
separated.
I had scuba gear on, and I almost drowned with the scuba gear in a pool. And they had taught me because apparently everybody's like, "Oh, you can just float. You can float."
Right.
I tested this theory again this fucking summer. I can't float. I'm like
Can't
laying there. I'm floating.
Like what's
I'm using
your
all my
iron
float
levels
skills,
at? People
and my
just think
butt
like
started
everybody
sinking.
they see one person do it, then everybody can do it.
Yeah, you can float. I got
Like
dense
everybody can
bones.
walk on
motherfucker.
water.
I got dense bones. Dense bones.
Everybody think they Jesus.
No, I'm not Jesus. I'm Jesus. I'm not Jesus. I don't know what that means. Yeah, and so I had this scuba gear on, right? And they had me, and they had taught me the signal for if you're dying, like I'm choking or whatever it was. And I put it on. It was like, and my mask filled up with water, and I fucking started drowning with the scuba gear on. And I got somehow I was like, get to the top, Jess. Get to the chopper. Get up.
The chopper.
And I got to the top of the thing, and I made the sign of like, I'm drowning, and nobody saw me.
Wait, what is
I made
that
the sign.
sound?
I made the sign.
You made the sign.
I don't know what it was. I was like, and nobody fucking helped me.
You were looking like a cheerleader on fire.
Let me tell you something. When you're in a pool full of white kids, there is no white privilege. Everybody's equal.
Oh, no.
Everybody can drown. It's not like, hey, let me jump in and save that one. It's like,
That sounds like a get out situation.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So eventually I made it to the fucking edge. And from that moment on, and then the next year in the same summer camp, Jewish summer camp, by the way, we talked about that earlier, why I went there, right?
Right.
I think the Jews knew that I wasn't 100% Jewish and were going to let me drown. They're like, Jesus Stone, go down.
They was testing your Jew out.
They were testing me. They're like, Jews can float. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm Jewish. I said the prayer.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so then thank you for that, right? L'chaim, right? So I'm just throwing out words now. So then they had a doc on the next one, right?
A doc.
Okay. No, that's not. We're not throwing Jewish on everything. We love that.
That's what you just did.
They had a doc. A doc, right? I'm from New York. It's a doc, right?
Yeah. It's a doc.
So they had a dock, and I went to swim out to the dock, and nobody was looking. Apparently, I'm invisible to everybody in the world, even on the internet, except for the kind people that are here today.
You're pale.
Thank you for that.
You do get lost in the sunlight.
Fuck you. Right? So I start swimming to the dock, right? And then I'm like, I'm going to swim to the dock. I get about halfway, and I'm like, not going to make it. And that shit goes through your head, and you're like, I'm dead. This is the moment. I've met my end, right? And then I'm like, time to turn back. Nobody notices. I'm going to be like, if anybody saw the original Friday the 13th, I'm going to come back 20 years later with fucking seaweed coming out of my mask because the counselors let me die. Twice. First time in the pool with the fucking scuba gear, and second time not making it to the dock. And I came back and I was like,
Crystal Lake.
Nobody asked how I was. Nobody's like, hey, little Jeskid, are you okay? Because they were procrastinating doing their jobs, whatever.
Little Jeskid Voorhees.
Playing, hide the fucking underwear or whatever they do in that camp. Procrastinating, saving my life. They were procrastinating. Whatever they do, because they didn't have cell phones back then. I was making up games.
Hide the underwear?
Whatever they played back then. I don't know. I wasn't a counselor in that camp. They would never hire me. I wasn't full part of the tribe.
Gotcha. Right.
They procrastinate hiring me. That's what I think the industry does. I think the industry is procrastinating hiring me. That's what my theory is why I'm not famous.
So you're tribeless.
The god of entertainment is like, he's like, yeah, I know Jeskids do. I know he's really fucking funny. I don't know, bro. I never asked.
That's crazy.
Are you part of the tribe?
I mean,
which tribe are you part of?
I've dipped a toe in the tribe. But which tribe are we talking about?
I don't know.
Called Quest?
Yes, exactly. That's the tribe. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. Hide the underwear. It's a game. Don't worry about hide the underwear. People in the chat room are asking, what's hide the underwear? I don't know. I don't play it.
Y'all got different games.
There's different games. It's like some people got the 100 games. Some people got hide the underwear.
Spades. You know what I mean? I played spades. And then
did you play spades?
I never played spades. Yeah.
I never played.
You never played spades, but
maybe
you probably played like Flip Cup or
Flip Cup. How fucking white do you think I am?
Or beer
Flip
pong.
Cup.
I don't know.
Beer pong.
You know what I mean?
I don't like the stereotypes that are happening right here. What else did I play?
Badminton. I don't know.
Spin the bottle with
Probably
little Marissa.
tennis.
I played spin the bottle. I did. Or I watched the other kids play. They actually, when I was a kid, this is a tragic story. You're going to feel bad for me. This moment is, I should throw on some music. Maybe I have some music here. Wait, hold on. What's this?
That's not the right sad, music. Incredible Hulk music when he's
all right, you can't hear the music here, but it's playing. It's loud. So one time when I was a kid in fucking elementary school, some fucking piece of shit other kids, they wouldn't spin me to pin the tail on the donkey because they thought I was too messy. I was too gross to spin. I kid you not. Those kids are all dead.
They didn't even want to touch you.
Didn't even want to touch me. They were procrastinating, touching greatness. Procrastinating, touching graces. And now, look at me, touching my fucking self. I don't need you little fucks. Suck my balls. You should have touched me. You would have felt genius.
Yes,
genius. All right, done with that music.
I don't even know what that music was.
I don't even know. You didn't hear it. You didn't have to hear it. It didn't come through your thing. Shout out to whoever fucking composed that. That's a friend of mine. He's very talented.
Okay.
I need to thank him, but I'm procrastinating thanking him because I'm a piece of shit friend.
Get on
wait, hold on. I'll tell you one thing I'm not a procrastinator about. I'm not a procrastinator about being good to my friends or being good to people. Never.
That's factual.
That is number one, always on the list, before career, before anything. And this is a suggestion to my chat room, who's lovely.
I co-sign.
Always, 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 always be there for your friends. Never, ever procrastinate being good to somebody. Never. It is the
goddamn right.
best thing in the world and should never, ever be procrastinated. Okay. So on that note, I need to end this podcast, but I've been procrastinating it because I'm having so much fun.
That's
so much fun. These podcasts have been...
Time to put a button on it, babies.
I think we need to button up this podcast and move on to the next thing that we do. Thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you to Cary HIte, really, really talented guy, for joining me in this and many other adventures. We look forward to many streams with him.
Absolutely.
We'll never cross the streams in a public restroom, but other
Golden,
streams could be golden.
Stream.
Hopefully it's golden. Hopefully, well, if it's too golden, then you're dehydrated.
Clear. Well, this clear. Hydrate.
Cross the clear, hydrated
clear
streams.
streams.
We look forward to crossing hydrated
ahead.
streams in the future and not procrastinating, making more of these, which I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for listening. It will be on YouTube and iTunes as soon as I get to it very soon.